Hey, what's up? We are the Rob and Holly Show. It's Tortuga Music Festival. Austin Snell is here. What's up, my man?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
We are
Good.
so happy to see you, and so happy to see you in your Crocs and socks.
Absolutely.
Because this is like my fashion. I feel like
It's the
this
only
is
way
good.
to go out here, man. I mean, I'm not going to wear a pair of nice tennis shoes out here. in
Yeah,
the sand.
see?
They get ruined.
Plus, these ones hide
These
the
are
dirt.
already ruined.
Yeah.
Dude, so I think the first time, this is the first time we've met, but
Yeah.
the first time we saw you, I think it was last year at CMA Fest.
Okay.
We were hosting the Maui Gym stage.
Yes, sir.
And I think we announced you, and at that point we didn't know who you were.
Right.
I went back behind and we were talking and figuring out what we got to do next. And I just heard you in the band, and I was like,
We
hold
gotta
on,
go see.
hold on.
Whoa,
I go, hold on. We got to go
Yeah.
back out there and see what's going on, dude. As soon as we heard you guys start, man, I was like,
Yeah.
we're locked in.
We were like, never mind our job responsibilities.
Yeah.
We are ready to have some fun
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Forget
dude,
it. We're going to go watch Austin.
We're high energy, man.
Yeah.
We like to put on a good show. And
I loved
help
how
people
like
party.
rock influenced it was.
Yes,
Is that like?
It's on purpose.
Oh, of course.
It's on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
what did you grow up listening to?
So I always tell this story. So I used to race go-karts growing up from like the age of 9 to about 15. And it was on dirt track. And like we used to travel all over Georgia and like all over the Southeast, really just racing. And my dad's, I think it was like a 01 Sierra, GMC Sierra. And he had like a little flip open like CD thing. And there was like 4 CDs in there. And he had Nickelback, he had Three Doors Down, Creed, and then there was an Alan Jackson CD. And so I always tell people that's like exactly what like mixed together and made me as an artist. So
Those are four. That's so great because I
There's
love
4
that he's got the
powerhouses.
Alan. Yeah, but then the Alan Jackson in there. It's so
For
perfect.
whatever reason, like Creed is starting to like have this resurgence on social media. Like
it all is, dude.
It's blowing
all
up.
of those bands are
Have
coming
you
back.
have you heard the new Scott Stapp? Any of the new album that he put out?
No, I've seen videos of him playing though, and it's
He's
crazy.
got a new song. Check that. It's called Higher Power. I would just say
Okay.
check it out, listen to it.
Yeah,
if
for
you're
sure.
a Creed fan,
I'm a huge
like,
Stapp fan.
Yeah, you're gonna
For
want to
sure.
listen to it. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
I
appreciate
just
that.
worked on planes.
That's what my dad did
Did
in
he?
Vietnam. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's exactly what he would say.
Yeah,
I just worked on planes. I'm like, as if that's not important. Like that's important too. They got to
Yeah, it
fly
was-
up in the air.
It was cool.
You got
know,
a mechanical mind?
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
actually not hard at all to work on a plane.
Really?
We just read a book.
I
You
think
didn't- you didn't
taking
have
off
to-
a tire and like putting it back on. You just read a step list or a step
I can't do
by
that.
step guide.
So you didn't have to go to school or anything for like
Oh, there
aviation?
was training. Yeah, for
Yeah, they
like a few
train you.
months. Few months. Yeah.
You're being very humble.
Yeah, I
You're
would-
being very humble.
it's just not. It's not. a
No,
very
I think
hard
it's
job.
easy for you. I don't think most people can do
Did
that.
you ever have any aspirations to be a pilot because you were like working in
No,
that
so I'm
environment?
blind. I could not be a pilot anyway. Like I have horrible eyes, so they wouldn't.
Okay,
have
they wouldn't
ever
let you.
that happen.
Ruled that out.
But was
Yeah.
it always music for you? Is this
No, it
Okay,
was,
wait,
it
what
was
is-
really never music until I got into the military. I was really just bored during training. So I went to South Carolina for my training while I was like training to work on planes, and I had one roommate, and we hated each other, so we never talked when we were in the same room. So I had my little
This
earbuds
is so
in.
great. I'm happy for this roommate.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way,
He was
this is
horrible.
the roommate is
Yeah, if you're listening,
horrible
I still
roommate
hate you.
is great because it helps lead you down this path,
Yeah,
right?
no, for
okay,
sure.
I
was-
love this guy.
I was bored and I was watching Ed Sheeran videos like late one night and thought it was super sick. And I woke up the next day and spent my last bit of money that I had on a guitar and just kind of taught myself covers and grew into songwriting and then fell in love with that and started posting videos online. And it kind of just became my hobby that I was doing if I wasn't doing anything else. I was writing songs and posting them. So
Wow.
fell in love with it. And then the president of my label now talked me into moving to Nashville. And here we are. So-
Isn't that
What a fun story.
I know you
Yeah.
talked about faith being very important.
Absolutely.
And isn't that cool to know that, like, it's something to keep in mind that even the people in your life that you think, like the negative people,
Yeah.
like they might be
They're
there for a
helping.
reason.
No,
though.
absolutely.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's over here. We talk about it all the time. Like if like one little small occurrence didn't happen in your life, how different things would traject after that. And it's like I beat myself up over it. Like I think about it late at night when my
Yeah.
eyes
So
are
you're like,
closed.
even though I hated that guy, thanks a lot because
Yeah, dude.
you put me down this path.
Yeah, I guess we can say that.
That
Thanks,
is so
brother.
great. Let's talk about your song "Pray All the Way Home." We
Absolutely.
want to get the story behind it, and we always ask 3 questions: Where were you? What were you thinking? And what were you drinking when that song came about?
So I wrote it with Michael Whitworth. So we were definitely drinking whiskey.
Oh, you were okay.
Yeah, when we wrote it. It was actually his title that he brought into the room. And I'd actually kind of talked about writing a song kind of with religion as the front runner of like the idea of it. And he kind of just spit that title out. And I remember we had a track guy in the room. So a track guy just kind of makes the track while you're writing the song. That way, when you're done, you just sing it and it's like kind of a demo already. And he had this little guitar loop. And like, I remember we sat there for probably 30 minutes just kind of figuring stuff out. And I sang like probably the whole verse just kind of out and ended up being the song. And I mean, I think to this date, it's probably the quickest song we've ever written. We wrote it in probably 45 minutes.
I was going to ask that. Like,
And,
how long did it take?
I feel like when
start
you're
to
writing
finish?
something like that you really believe in and like and really have strong feelings towards, it kind of just flows out.
It's easier that way.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
We saw you play that recently in Nashville at the CRS.
Yeah.
And it was
So good.
it was one of the most memorable that we saw. It was one of those songs that where I was just like,
Well, I appreciate that.
it was like immediately we're like, that's a hit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that means the world to me, man. And it means the world that it's like a good song that like I believe in, that is doing what it's doing. So that's always super cool.
well, we're glad you're here because I know it's been a
Dude, I'm
rough,
glad to be here.
a little
man.
bit of a
This
rough
is my
journey.
well, I guess second beach show that I've played as an artist. So it's
not a
definitely
bad
the biggest
life.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be way worse.
Yeah,
It could be way worse.
Well, we appreciate you hanging with us, man. It's
Absolutely, man. Thanks for
Austin
having me.
Snell here at Tortuga Music
Yay.
Festival.